you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
Coach's Corner brought to you by Marion's University Ancilla College.
And it's time for the Marion Ancilla Coaches Show. Brett Hargrave, the head softball coach at Triton, joins me. And, man, it's been one of those years. I know everybody's been struggling with the weather, but, you've had one of those years. By the end of it, it's going to be interesting. If I remember right, last year, you had a ton of really young players, and it looks like right now they're starting to maybe start to figure some things out.
Yeah, definitely. We were young last year. We didn't graduate any seniors. I've got 2 this year, but I've probably 6 or 7 freshmen that they've come up this year and they're ball players. So we're still pretty young, and really at this time I'm starting 4 freshmen off the get-go. And then there'll be a 5th one that starts depending on who I pitch.
Wow. Well, yeah. The one thing, though, is that, for 2 years in a row, you've had a lot of good young players. That's going to bode well later in this year and into next year.
Yeah, and then the 8th grade class that I have right now, there's a handful of them that are pretty good, too. And they'll come up and help feed us, too. So it's looking good here. So far, and going into the next couple years, I have really high hopes.
Well, you and I both know it's about the feeder system. It starts when they're 10 or 12, and that's how you have a good program when you get to high school.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what I'm trying to get going around here too, is getting some sort of travel system or something that's going on, and then trying to keep something going in the summer. And it'd be nice to do a fall thing, but that's wishful thinking right now, but hopefully we can build into that and it just keeps on rolling over for us.
Talk about some of your girls for us. Alicia Gonzalez looks like she's off to a really good start. You've got on the mound, you've got Mackenzie Singleton. Looks like she's doing very well. All I've got in front of me is your numbers, and looks like you got some people that are playing really well.
Yeah, we do. Our pitching, it comes down to pitching, really, and that's any team, any level. It's always pitching.
Yeah.
And our pitchers are coming along, and they're getting better. We're throwing more strikes, less pass balls, less walks, and that's what's really going to be crucial for us this year. And then, like I said before, I've got some youngsters on this team that are actually stepping up, and they're getting used to that varsity level pitching and seeing different things, and coming from the junior high to this level. They're not used to seeing drop balls and screw balls and rise balls and stuff like that. And then nobody that's really throwing any gas.
Yeah.
And now they're seeing it all, and they're getting their sea legs.
That is a huge jump to go from, junior high and that level to varsity is just, that is a gigantic leap.
Oh, it is. And I'm the type of coach that I'm just going to throw you into the fire and be like, hey, let's go. And it's like, it almost seems kind of scary for some of these kids, but it gives them the chance to actually rise to that occasion.
Yeah.
And more times than not, they do.
Seems to me like, back in my playing days, I would have enjoyed that because, you want to play. You don't want to sit and watch anybody else play, and getting a chance to get out there and show what you can do. That's how you get better.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So who's been the leader of your group so far this year?
Well, just on a captain basis, Claire Dahl. She is just take control of this team. She gets them going, and she she does everything that you would want a senior to do.
Yeah.
And she's really stepped up and taken control. She's taking control of the outfield. She's my center fielder. And she's just been right there doing everything that I ask of her and a lot of things that I don't.
You've had a chance to see your girls play a little bit so far. I mean, how do you feel about where you're at? Are you ahead of the curve? Are you where you thought you'd be?
Well, yeah. I mean, right now we're 3-2 right now. So we're above that 500 mark, which is really good. And I see us really competing with a lot of these teams that we didn't necessarily compete with last year. And we're in year two I'm in year two of taking over the program here. And they're thinking like ball players a lot more. And they're just correcting things that they need to correct and do what they're supposed to do. And right now it's been really positive for us.
I was going to say, the times I saw you play last year, I felt like your girls really went at it. I mean, they face it. I mean, we're in an area where there's a lot of really, really good softball teams. Most of them are on your schedule. They found a way to compete with some teams that had some really good players.
Oh, absolutely. And it started out like the beginning of the season. I mean, it was a new system, a new coach. And, but once we hit about mid, we started taking more strides. And by the end of last year, they were really, really digging into this system and digging into what we're telling them to do and showing them to do and stuff like that, and how to play softball at a different level. And they really started accepting it and started going into it. And then that just led into this season. So, and then we're off and running this season.
Talk about tonight. I mean, what are you going to have to do? What do you have to do best in order to get a win tonight?
Honestly, it's going to be pitching. If we let Plymouth hit the ball, we're going to field it. Man. And we'll make the plays. And then our hitting has come along quite a bit, and we're night and day compared to last year, I believe. And just all of them are just really over the winter and early season here, just really buckled down and getting their swings correct. And I mean, we still got a little ways to go, but they're putting the bat on the ball. But mostly it's going to be a pitching thing. Yeah. We've got to throw strikes and limit the walks. And if we can do that, I think we'll be right in there.
Well, Coach, thanks again for taking the time, and I hope you get the water off your field, and we'll see you in a few hours here.
Hey, that sounds great.
That's Brad Hargrave, the head coach at Triton.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
And this portion of the Marian Ancilla Coach's Show, Brian Hammond joins me, the head coach of the Plymouth Lady Pilgrims. Man, it's been one of those years, but I feel like you kind of knew that was what was going to happen. You got a monster schedule here at the beginning.
Yeah, it's not easy.
How do you feel about the way you played?
Yeah, I think we're in a good spot. I mean, I know we lost two close ones there, Rochester and LaPorte. I mean, the LaPorte game, we were up most of the way. And we just kind of let that one slip away. I think we got a little comfortable there towards the late innings and just figured that, we had that one in there, and they just kept slugging, and we made a couple errors that cost us, especially a couple easy ones that dropped in the in that kind of no man's land behind first base and second
yeah.
base, where you're not sure if it's second base, right field, or center field type deal. And when those things happen and those runs get plated, it's kind of takes the wind out of your sails. So, but yeah, those are tough games. Rochester's no slouch. They have Bria Rensberger down there, and she's really good. She kept us on our toes. But playing Rochester close and LaPorte real close, and getting the big win against Peru, because Peru's not a bad program either. I mean, I feel pretty good where we're at going into it, and we'll just continue to build off what successes we've had.
It seems like you got a lot of different people contributing too. I mean, obviously, there's Gracie is she's in every report I'm getting. Ivy is a nice addition; she's making a contribution. But you got a lot of people that are stepping up.
Yeah, I mean, Lily Runyon's been hot so far this year. I keep telling her, hey, we need one of those triples to right field, and she's delivered a couple of times on those. The biggest surprise is Brenna LaFoon, right, playing left field, and we weren't sure what we were going to get out of her offensively. But she's hitting the ball, and she's a double threat, right, because she's a speedster. So when she drops the bunt down, you better get to it quick, because you got to try to catch lightning in a bottle when she's hustling down first baseline. If she gets it down just right, I don't know. There's many teams that are going to stop that. So, I mean, those two, and Chloe Horton just keeps getting better and better and better at shortstop. I mean, it's almost become like a fluid motion. So, I mean, we just figure out a couple more positions, figure out our lineup, and we're going to be pretty dangerous.
I was going to say, I mean, you had some people playing different positions. You had a couple of young people that you were going to have to work in. This early part gives you a chance to let them figure it out before you get to, obviously, the conference schedule is important, the tournament. But, I mean, do you feel like you're getting them up to speed where you need them to be when you get into the meat of the schedule?
Yeah, so we're really looking at these next 4 games, and hopefully we get the Knox game in tomorrow. But it looks good for Friday and Saturday. But we want to get these 4 games in. Tonight should give us a chance to move some people around and stuff like that, and see some other things, try some things offensively, and then Knox tomorrow, that'll be a good test for our outfield, because they really hit the ball hard and they hit it out to the outfield. And so, it'll be a good test this week. We have some ones where we should definitely win. We have some ones where we can win if we play well. So, it's a good test for the week. This week, get us ready for conference because when conference gets rolling, the season's over before you know it, because that Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule is brutal.
I was going to say, this is important for you too. I mean, you need to make those notes about who can do this, who can do that. Can we go to this person in this situation? Can we put them in this position and get away with? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things you have to come to grips with in your head too.
Yeah, so we've had a couple move ups and move downs from varsity JV, trying a couple of girls out in different spots and trying to just figure out who's going to solidify themselves in that top 9, and we just keep giving people chances. And once we fill these holes with people that can perform, I mean, this ball doesn't stop rolling at the end of the season. It's going to roll right into next year. So we're, like I said, we're junior, sophomore, freshman strong. So it's we're in a good spot.
Talk about that a little bit too. I mean, right now you've had a few games. I mean, unfortunately, the weather hasn't been completely cooperative, but you've had a few games to take a look at your team. How do you feel about where you're at?
Yeah, I feel good. I keep telling the girls to just keep pushing forward, one foot in front of the other. I mean, there isn't something that's jumped off the page at us that's we're like, oh, we got to fix this or we got to fix that. I mean, it's just steady progress. I feel really good. I think that we're definitely going to surprise people with what we put out on the field. And I think a lot of people thought last year's graduating seniors was kind of a cornerstone piece that we lost, but we have building blocks in all the classes. So it's just a really good spot. I'm happy where we're at, and no worries here yet.
You feel you're stronger at the plate or on the mound right now?
Well, it's tough. I mean, because I really do feel like we have like one of the best pitching duos in Northern Indiana, right? Like, we're not gonna blow your doors off, but having the ability to switch back and forth, righty, lefty, 2 different looks, 2 different spins, it's hard, right? Like I said it in the newspaper the other day. You're never going to see my pitcher 4 times in a game. Maybe if the game's rolling well, you might not even see her the 3rd time. Like you're not going to get a chance to time us up. We're not going to give you that chance. So we're going to lean hard on that. You know, when they go out there like in Peru and they strike out 15 of the 21 outs we needed to win that game, that doesn't, your defense doesn't have to do a whole lot. So it kind of reminds you of those Lisa Mackey days back in the 90s where she's out there striking out 14, 15 girls, and your defense only got to make a couple of routine plays, and that's what I tell our defense. The girls, if we just make the routine plays that our pitchers get us, people aren't going to score runs on us. So then that takes a lot of pressure off your offense. So, but surprisingly at the plate, we've done a lot better than I anticipated. I thought we were going to struggle outside of our top performers from last year, but like I said, we got some girls like Chloe Horton and Brenna LaFoon that are getting hits, making things happen for us, and that's great to see. That makes our whole lineup pretty strong.
I was going to say that pitching dynamic really, there's not too many teams that have that, and that's a big weapon.
Yeah. I mean, in baseball, you see a lot of 1-2s like that, but in softball, it's a lot. I mean, people will get their number one and then they'll just lean on them heavy. And it's like, I'm not trying to blow either of these girls' arms out. They both have college ambitions. So, my goal is to, help them be successful on the mound now, help keep them healthy so that they can, push forward and move on with whatever their goals are in the softball world. And, we're not going to pitch either of their arms off. We got 2 of them and we feel confident with both of them. And that's what we're going to roll with.
It's funny you mentioned the 3-time, 4-time through the order thing, and that's been a recent thing that people talk about. I got to be honest with you. If I had learned that 15 years ago, I might still be coaching because I really believe that is 100% true. I went back and thought about all the times that I had a guy who's sailing, and then they get to that 3rd, that 4th time through, and if I'd been smart enough to change, we don't want a lot more games, and so would the starters. So, yeah, I agree with you. That is something that I think has revolutionized how people think about the game.
Yeah, we literally tell our pitchers. We told Gracie in the Peru game, hey, we got 7, 8, 9. Go 1, 2, 3, and we'll make the change in the half inning. But I said, if the top comes up in this inning, I said, Ivy's coming in, and she's going to finish this for us. And, they're okay with it. Like, they know, hey, if and we're keeping them under, 60, 70 pitches. I mean, that's not a lot of miles on the arm either. So that should help keep us fresh when tournament time starts or going through this. These other teams are going to be throwing their number 1 a lot. We're going to be throwing 1A, 1B, keeping miles off their arms. We'll be fresh late in the conference schedule, which is when the down and dirty happens. It was a big, when we saw those papers, like what a relief. Like to know we had that coming was, man, I mean, it's a feel-good moment,
She's had it a lot at the plate, too. I mean, it looks like she's having a good year at the plate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Rochester games, 3 for 4, 2 doubles, a single. And then the first at bat, she reached on air. So her on-base percentage was 1,000, right? So that's what you want out of your leadoff, just always being on base. She finds a way to get around the bases. She's very aggressive. Lily, she hits a gapper, or Lexi Pike's right behind her. We're going to score. If she gets on base, we're going to score Ivy. So, that's been a nice addition offensively too. Like, she hits the ball very hard.
How about tonight? I mean, what are you going to have to do to get a win tonight?
We're just going to have to play our best defense. Pitchers are going to have to do what they do. Keep the hitters off balance. Make the routine plays when they put the ball in play. And then up at the plate, we got to hit our pitch, right? We don't want to be chasing their stuff, their junk. Hit our pitch, put it in play, make a good contact on it, hustle around the bases, and I think everything will fall in place.
Well, Coach, thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it, and I guess we'll see you in a couple hours.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Brian Hammond, the head softball coach at Plymouth, and we'll be right back.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little portion. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning-fast speeds, equal upload and download with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
Johnson Danielson Funeral Home has proudly served the Plymouth community since 1879. Today, our dedicated team continues the tradition of compassionate care supporting families throughout Marshall County. Whether you're planning ahead or honoring a loved one, Johnson Danielson offers a range of personalized options, from burial and cremation packages to flexible pre-planning solutions and helpful planning checklists. This is Jamie Beckwith. Our experienced and caring staff are available for you 24 hours a day, ready to guide you every step of the way. Simply call 574-936-2829. To learn more about our services, visit johnson-danielson.com. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home, service beyond the expectation.
Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana, serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer. Here's your starting lineup, brought to you by First Federal Savings.
And we're live at Centennial Park in Plymouth. Softball action, Triton versus the Plymouth Lady Pilgrims. Let's run down the batting order for you for Triton. Coming to bat here in just a moment. Lexi Kaufman will lead off. She's the shortstop. Jada Bulis, the third baseman, bats second. In center field, Clara Dahl will bat third. Caitlin Frick, the first baseman, will bat fourth. Annabelle Fleener, the right fielder, is hitting fifth. Eleanor Hernandez, the pitcher, batting sixth. Adeline Bailey, the second baseman, bats seventh. Kristen Aldifer, the left fielder, will bat eighth. And batting ninth, Kenzie Shue, the catcher. And we're just about ready to get going. On the mound for Plymouth will be Gracie Patrick to start it off. Gianna Sellers, Ivy Stackhouse, Brenna LaFoon, the outfield left to right. Third to first, the defense, Lexi Pike, Chloe Horton, Lily Runyon, and Riley Eisenman. The catcher is Kendall Markham, and we are underway. First pitch is a fastball up and away for ball one. First softball game of the year here for Plymouth and Triton. Actually, on Max 98.3, our first game, ball two. That one a little bit high. Kaufman ahead in the count 2-0. Triton comes in at 3-2. Plymouth at 1-2 on the year. Both teams off to a really good start. I'm going to apologize to begin with. We got a lot of wind in here today. That's ball three inside. So hopefully I'll be able to shield this mic enough that you won't have to listen to the sound of I don't even know how to describe it, but it's annoying, I know. Pitch right down the center for a strike, and it is 3-1 here to the leadoff batter, Lexi Kaufman. Patrick ready, pitch on the way. That one chopped foul, and back even with the hitter is Patrick. Kaufman comes in with a .300 batting average, RBI on the year. Pitch inside corner, and Lexi takes it for strike three. So after a 3-0 count, Kaufman down on strikes, and Jada Bulis coming to the plate, the third baseman. Jada comes in hitting .154, 15 plate appearances. Batting here against the right-hander Patrick. That one up and away for a ball. 1-0. Really nice night for baseball or softball or whatever you want to do outside here. Pitch on the way. Fouled off to the first base side, and it is 1-1 here to the third baseman, Bulis, for Triton. Plymouth baseball playing Rochester just off to our left here. See the umpires walking in, so it's probably about ready to start. Here we're just underway. First inning action, no score. Pitch, fastball, swung through it. Bulis a little bit late. She's down to the count 1-2 here. One out in the Plymouth first. Top of the first. Patrick ready, pitch on the way. Fastball took a little bit off of that one and had Bulis way out in front. And a strikeout swinging makes 2 outs. And now Clara Dahl comes to the plate. She is the center fielder. Sierra, 300 hitter. Pitch is upstairs for a ball. Clara Dahl, the senior captain here. You heard our pregame. Brad Hargrave says she's really making an impact as a leader. That one a strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Dahl, the center fielder, in Hargrave's order. Patrick ready to go. Pitch on the way. Hit high in the air. Foul. It's going to get out of it here. Just behind us and goes to 1-2 on the number 3 hitter. Clara Dahl, 2 outs here in the Triton first. Just underway. It's like we're going to get a little guys game right out here in center field, too. A lot of baseball going on. Softball in the park. Fastball hit to the left of the mound. Picked up by Patrick. She'll throw it to first. Eisenman receives it, and that is out number 3. So we have played a half an inning. Triton goes down in order, and we'll set the Plymouth lineup for you when we come back. You're listening to softball action. Max 98.3, no score. Triton 0, Plymouth coming to bat.
Johnson Danielson Funeral Home has proudly served the Plymouth community since 1879. Today, our dedicated team continues a tradition of compassionate care supporting families throughout Marshall County. Whether you're planning ahead or honoring a loved one, Johnson Danielson offers a range of personalized options from burial and cremation packages to flexible pre-planning solutions and helpful planning checklists. This is Jamie Beckwith. Our experienced and caring staff are available for you 24 hours a day, ready to guide you every step of the way. Simply call 574-936-2829. To learn more about our services, visit johnson-danielson.com. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home, service beyond the expectation.
Back in Centennial Park, Triton, Plymouth softball action here on Max 98.3. Pilgrims coming to the bat. This is the way they will line it up. Ivy Stackhouse will leave it off in center field, followed by Lily Runyon, the second baseman. Lexi Pike will bat third, the third baseman. Cleanup hitter Gracie Patrick is on the mound. Chloe Horton, the shortstop, will bat fifth. Brenna LaFoon in right field will hit in the sixth spot. Shauna Sellers, the left fielder, bats seventh. Riley Eisenman, the first baseman, will bat eighth. And Kendall Markham, the catcher, will bat ninth. And that is your lineup for Plymouth. The defense, we'll set them for you here in a second as Stackhouse steps in against Eleanor Hernandez. Just her second appearance here so far this year. Actually, her third appearance, I'm sorry. That went high for a ball. Stackhouse back ready to go. Left-handed hitter hits it high in the air. Should be playable as a catcher. Shue will step out and make the play, and there is one away. So a pop out right in front of the plate by Stackhouse is out number 1 for Plymouth. It'll bring up Lily Runyon.
Number 8.
Defense for Triton, it's Kristen Aldifer, Clara Dahl, and Annabelle Fleener. The outfield left to right. The infield, Jada Bulis, Lexi Kaufman, Adeline Bailey, and Caitlin Frick. Third to first. Pitcher is Hernandez. Catcher, Kenzie Shue. And stepping in will be Lily Runyon. Off to a red-hot start so far this year. First pitch to her is a ball high. Runyon leads the team, I believe, in RBIs. Let me check that real quick before I make it official? Yes, it's official. She's got 4 runs batted in, a double, a homer so far this year. Comes in hitting .333, takes a strike, and it's 1-1. Runyon, the second baseman, ready to go. Pitch stays up and away for a ball on 2-1. Lily Runyon waiting on deck. Lexi Pike, 3-hitter in Brian Heyman's order. Pitch on the way, that one up by Hernandez. And it goes to 2-1 here on Lily Runyon. Fastball on the way, that one stays up, and it's ball 4. Runyon aboard. Lexi Pike will step in with a runner on. So Runyon able to get on base.
Lexi Pike.
Pike will step in, right-hander, playing third base. Ball is high. Runyon takes off. She'll be in easily at second base with a stolen base. So Pike takes the pitch high for a ball. Lily Runyon into second easily. We heard Brian Heyman talk about the team speed he's got this year. He feels really good with Runyon and Ivy Stackhouse up at the top of the order. That one hit into left, going to drop in front of the left fielder for a base hit. Trying to move up is Runyon. She'll be safe. The ball overthrown at third, and going into second will be Pike on the throw. So a base hit by Lexi Pike.
Now batting.
Moves the runner to third.
Gracie Patrick.
And then on the throw, Pike will make the heads-up move to go to second. Now Gracie Patrick with a chance to drive in a couple. Patrick, a 300 hitter as she steps in, has a couple of doubles and 3 RBIs on the year. First pitch, fastball, hit down the third base line. It stays fair. One runner's going to score. The second one, Pike coming around. She'll score 2, and going into second base is Gracie Patrick, a 2-run double. And Plymouth's on the board. They lead it 2-0. So 2 more RBIs on the play for Patrick. That gives her 5 on the year. Stepping in now is Chloe Horton, pitching the dirt, and moving up is Patrick, who steals third base, and Horton takes it low and in for a ball. Pitch on the way, that one. Strike right on the outside corner. 1-1 here. The shortstop, Chloe Horton. Off to a really good start as well. Pitch stays high for a ball. Heard Brian Heyman talk about her taking over at shortstop. That's been a big plus for Plymouth here. Pitch stays high as they lost shortstop to graduation. Deerfield was a heck of a player. And Horton able to step in and fill that role defensively, trying to get going with the bat here, only hitting .125. That one a strike on the outside corner, goes full here on Chloe Horton. Eleanor Hernandez trying to get out of trouble. She's got 1 out but a runner at third. Pitch, strike 3 as Horton's behind that one. And she strikes out swinging, so there are 2 out now. Runner stays at third, and Patrick. And stepping in will be Brenna LaFoon. LaFoon, red hot start, hitting .500 so far. Pitches on the outside corner for a strike. Really good one by Hernandez. LaFoon, a .500 hitter coming in. 4 hits on the season so far. She'll bunt it to the left of the mound. Coming to the plate, Hernandez had a shot at the runner at the plate, but wasn't able to get her, and moving into second on the throw is LaFoon. So LaFoon, on a fielder's choice, goes to first base on the bunt. Perfect bunt laid down. And on the throw, going into second, Brenna LaFoon, and if you heard Brian Heyman talk earlier, she has enormous speed. Wouldn't be surprised to see her try to move up here on the first pitch. 3-0 Plymouth now here in the bottom of the first. That pitch low, And good job by Shu to keep that in front. And it's ball one. 2 outs here in the first. Pitch on the way, swung through by Sellers, and it's 1-1. Three to nothing Plymouth here in the bottom of the first. Hernandez trying to get out of trouble. Just missed on the outside corner for a ball. 2-1 now. 2 away in the Plymouth first. Runner at second is LaFoon. Hernandez ready. Pitch on the way. Stays upstairs for a ball. And it goes to 3-1. Shauna Sellers, the left fielder, trying to get aboard here, keep this inning alive, and she will. Pitches high for ball 4, gets away from the catcher, Shu, and so LaFoon will move up to third base on the pass ball. And Plymouth has runners at the corners with 2 outs.
Number 18,
Riley Eisenman will come to the plate now. Runner will hold at first, and Sellers. So runners at the corners, 2 out here in the first for Plymouth, 3-0. They lead it. Eisenman shows bunt, pulls it back, strike right down the middle. Throw behind the runner at third, and just getting back. Brenda LaFoon. And now they're going to say she was out. LaFoon took a big lead. Sellers took off on the pitch, and the throw was behind LaFoon at third. And so picked off third base. LaFoon is out number 3, and we will go to inning number 2. Triton coming to the plate. They trail it 3-0. We'll be right back. You're listening to Max 98.3's coverage of softball action, Plymouth and Triton.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that understands you. At First Federal Savings Bank, we offer more than just a place to deposit your paycheck. We're here for you every step of your journey. Need a loan for that new dream home? We've got you covered. Looking to save for the future? Let's make it happen together. From personal banking to business banking, we offer full-service solutions tailored to your needs, online, in person, or over the phone. No matter where you are, we're with you every step of the way. First Federal Savings Bank, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. First Federal Savings Bank is FDIC insured and equal housing lender. NMLS number 399927. Back at Centennial Park, Rusty Nixon with you. Softball action. Triton coming to the plate. They trail it 3-0 here in the top of the second. It'll be Caitlin Frick, Annabelle Fleener, Eleanor Hernandez against Gracie Patrick. Starter today. Patrick comes into the game. 2.62 ERA. 3 appearances so far. And Frick steps in, the first baseman for the Lady Trojans. Pitch on the way from Patrick. Fastball, swing and a miss for a strike. Frick is down to the count 0-1. Caitlin comes into today. 444 hitter. Batting in that number 4 spot. Pitch on the way. That one. Strike on the outside corner as Gracie Patrick with a beauty. Annabelle Fleener waiting on deck, the right fielder. And Gracie Patrick gets the pitch, ready to go. Fastball upstairs for a ball, 1-2. We're in the top of the second, a 3-0 Plymouth lead over Triton. Our opening night for softball action coming up Saturday. We'll be right back here. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And Frick is down on strikes. Come to the plate now, Annabelle Fleener. 167 hitter so far this year. Right fielder batting in the number 5 spot. As Gracie Patrick has set him down in order. Pitch right there on the outside corner. She's really painting that outside half. Strike. It's 0-1. On deck, Eleanor Hernandez, starting pitcher today for the Lady Trojans. Patrick has one she likes, ready to go. Pitch on the way. Fastball swings through it. Fleener now down 0-2. Patrick has been very sharp here in the early going. One out, pitch on the way, 0-2, right on the outside corner again. And strike 3. Gracie Patrick on fire so far.
Now coming to the plate.
Really not been able to figure her out. And Hernandez will step in. 4 strikeouts so far for Gracie Patrick. Pitch is upstairs for a ball. 4 out of the 5 outs have been recorded by your starting pitcher for Plymouth. They lead at 3-0. We're in the second. Patrick ready to go. Pitch on the way. Fastball up and away for a ball. She's down 2-0 to her rival on the mound, Eleanor Hernandez, trying to get aboard here for the Trojans. Top of the second, Gracie Patrick got on the mound, ready to go. Pitch, fastball hit high in the air. Runyon drifting back. Looks like she's got it, and she does. And that's 3 away. So 6 straight retired by Gracie Patrick here. And we will head to the bottom of the second. Plymouth with a 3-0 lead. We'll be right back. You're listening to Max 98.3 coverage of softball. Plymouth leads Triton 3-0.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
Back at Plymouth Centennial Park, Triton and the Lady Pilgrims, 3-0 Plymouth. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Gracie Patrick has been awfully good and retired 6 in a row, 4 of those strikeouts. And now Riley Eisenman will come to the plate. She'll be followed by Kendall Markham, and then the top of the Plymouth order, Ivy Stackhouse. And we've got a stoppage here. I'm not sure what for. And it looks like we're going to have a lightning delay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and this is the first for me. We're going to figure out. We will probably go back to the bottom of the second inning. Let's set it for you. Riley Eisenman was at the plate when the interruption took place, and she'll be there again with no count. They stopped before the inning started. It'll be Kendall Markham following her, and then the top of the Plymouth order, Ivy Stackhouse. The Lady Pilgrims scored 3 in their half of the first inning to take a 3-0 lead. Gracie Patrick, when we left, was breezing along with 4 strikeouts, 6 straight outs for her. And so Plymouth will be coming to bat here in just a moment. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, hopefully we'll have action for you. It is softball here on Max 98.3. Plymouth leads it 3-0.
Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana, serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutehc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little portion. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
We're back at Centennial Park in Plymouth. Rusty Nixon with you as we continue softball action here. Lady Pilgrims with a 3-0 lead over Triton. The break here has affected anybody. As told you before, Gracie Patrick was breezing through 2 innings. Struck out 4. Has a lot of base runner, 6 straight outs. And Riley Eisenman, will step in for Plymouth to lead it off. First pitch to her is low for a ball. Hernandez giving up just 2 hits here so far, but still trails at 3-0. Some aggressive base running by the Lady Pilgrims. Gave them a couple of really great opportunities. And we're going to get a stop here as Hernandez wants to put that mask on. And she'll do that. And now coming to the plate, Eisenman. Pitch. She'll swing through a high fastball. 1-1 the count. Just underway here again, bottom of the second. 3-0 Plymouth lead. A lot of stuff going on out here. Plymouth boys are playing baseball just off to our left here. That one a ball high. 2-1 the count. They've got Rochester tonight over there. B-League action off of center field here. And here, it's Triton and Plymouth softball. Strike. Makes it 2-2. Bottom of the second, 3-0 Plymouth lead. Hernandez ready. Fastball hit down the third base line. Just foul. Eisenman got a little bit ahead of that one. Drove it down the third base line, but got into foul territory, and she'll come back, get another swing at it. A 2-2 count. 3-0 Plymouth lead here in the second. Pitch from Hernandez. Swing and a foul straight back. Eisenman stays alive. Keeps the count at 2-2. She'll step back in now. Hernandez wants to step off, ready to go now. Pitch, and gets her to swing through that chin-high fastball, and it's strikeout for Eisenman. And now Kendall Markham, the catcher, will come to the plate. Kendall. 333 hitter so far this year. 3 hits and 9 at-bats. She'll step in with 1 out here in the second. Hernandez, pitch on the way. Fastball outside corner for a strike. Markham steps back in, ready to go. Hernandez, another fastball. That one stays up. And it's 1-1 here to the Plymouth catcher. Nobody on base. Bottom of the second inning. Hernandez, pitch on the way. That one bounces up there, and it's ball 2, 2-1. 1 out in the Plymouth second. Ivy Stackhouse, top of the order, waiting on deck. Pitch on the way. That one upstairs for a ball. Markham now at 3-1. Good hitter's pitch. See what she does with this one. Ready to go. Hernandez fires it, stays up. Ball 4. And Markham will be aboard with Stackhouse coming to the plate. And we've got a courtesy runner coming on for the catcher.
Now coming to the plate, number 1, Ivy.
And coming out to
Also coming in
run
to
the bases.
Number 2, Kenzie Ganshorn.
Kenzie Ganshorn will be the courtesy runner. So Ganshorn at first, stepping in the leadoff hitter, Ivy Stackhouse. Squares to bunt, takes it. Runner goes. She's safe at second. Ganshorn slides in safely. Ball gets by the second baseman, but she won't be able to move up. So Stackhouse takes the first pitch for a strike. And now will step back in with a runner in scoring position. Pitch is high for a ball. 1-1 to the Plymouth center fielder. Wouldn't be a bit surprised to see her get time on the mound yet today. It's been a two-person rotation. That one grounded to the right side, picked up by the second baseman, toss over to first, and it's in time. So Stackhouse is out 4-3 on the putout. Ganshorn able to move on to third base. And Stackhouse hasn't left the bag. I think they're going to have a question here as to whether the throw took the first baseman off and the out call is going to stay. So the ground out goes 4-3.
With 2 outs.
Two away now. Runner is at third. And Lily Runyon steps in. She leads this team in RBI. She walked her first time up. And she'll get a chance for another one here with Ganshorn in third base at 2 outs. Pitch on the way. That one bounces up there. Good job by Shue to keep it in front. It's 1-0 to Runyon. We're in the second. 3-0. Plymouth lead. Pitch on the way. That one up and away. They're going to call it a strike. Caught that corner. And it's 1-1. Lexi Pike waiting on deck, hoping for a chance to hit here in the second with 2 outs. Willie Runyon trying to get aboard. That one bounces up there. Shue, once again, nice job to keep it in front. Holds the runner at third. And it goes to 2-1 here on Lily Runyon, second baseman for Plymouth. Pitch on the way. That one gets away all the way back to the screen. Ganshorn going to try to score, and she will just beat the diving tag of Shue. And so Plymouth puts another one across, making it 4-0. So the wild pitch takes it to 3-1 here to Runyon, but Ganshorn able to come across with the fourth Plymouth run. 3-1 count, 2 outs here in the Plymouth second. 4-0 Pilgrim lead. Pitch on the way. That one hit high and deep to right center. It's going to bounce to the fence. Runyon on her way to third as she rounds it quickly. Throw in, gets away. She's going to try to score. Headed to the plate. She will get it. So an error on the throw in will allow Runyon to score. It's a triple. And she will come across with the fifth Plymouth run. Hit it to the fence in right center.
Coming to the plate, number 9, Lexi Pike.
Throw is just a little bit offline. Lexi Pike will step in now. 2 outs. Pitch on the way. That one bounces up there. No good. Ball 1. Pike singled her last time up. Steps in, ready to go. Hernandez, pitch on the way. That one a little low and outside. 2-0 here to the Plymouth third baseman. 5-0 Plymouth. We're in the second. Pitch on the way. Hernandez, a little bit high. Gets away. Back to the screen. 3-0. The count here. Gracie Patrick waiting on deck, the Plymouth pitcher. With 2 outs here in the Plymouth second, it is 5-0 Lady Pilgrims over Triton. Eleanor Hernandez toes it up, ready to go. Fastball right there for a strike. 3-1. Pike will get another shot at it. Pitch on the way. Hernandez up and away. And it's ball 4. Lexi Pike will be aboard. Gracie Patrick will come to the plate. She doubled her last time up.
Now coming to the plate, the pitcher,
Patrick,
number 5, Gracie
right-handed hitter.
Patrick.
It's been having her way on the mound here so far today. 4 strikeouts in this one through 2 innings of work. Stepping in, trying to get another RBI. Pitch is high for a ball. 1-0. Steps back in. That one stays up. Ball 2. Pike with a big lead at first base. Stays there. And now we're ready to go again. Pitch on the way. That one bounces up there. Pike on the way to second. Was off with the pitch. She'll steal it easily. And a 3-0 count now to Gracie Patrick with a runner in scoring position at second base. Patrick, a 3-0 count, 2 outs in the Plymouth second. Eleanor Hernandez trying to get out of a jam. Pitch on the way, that one. Strike outside corner, 3-1 now. Good hitters count for Patrick. Hernandez steps in, ready to go. That one stays up. She'll walk him in. Pike will go on to third. Ball got away from Shue just for a second. And now Patrick going to head to second base uncontested. She never stopped rounding first. So Pike ends up at third on the stolen base. And Patrick at second stepping in. Chloe Horton 0 for 1 today. Pitch. That one bounces up there for a ball. Shue again keeps it in front. Plymouth runners will hold. Hernandez wants another ball. They'll throw it in for her. 55 pitches so far for Eleanor Hernandez. We're just in the second. Had a 5-0 Plymouth lead. Pitch, that one up and away for a ball. 2-0. In inning number 2, 2-0 count to Chloe Horton, the shortstop for Plymouth. Steps back in. That one stays upstairs, and it's now quickly 3-0. Hernandez struggling with her control here since coming back from that lightning delay. Trying to get an out. 2 outs. Pitch. That one a strike right there. Shue thought about throwing down to third. Holds it. So 3-1 the count. 2 outs. Good hitters count for Horton, hitting in the number 5 spot in the order today. Chloe's a 125 hitter so far. Fouls that one off to the first base side and goes to 3-2 here. Hernandez trying to get out of trouble. 2 Plymouth runs have come across already. Pitch on the way. That one upstairs. Gets back to the screen. Runners will hold. But it's ball 4 to Chloe Horton. The bases are loaded, and Brenna LaFoon will come to the plate.
Sometimes you gotta close the door to open a window.
She bunted her last time up, reached on the fielder's choice. And she'll step in here. Very fast base runner. Threat to bunt at any time. We'll see what she does here. The base is loaded and 2 outs in the Plymouth second. 5-0 our score. Eleanor Hernandez, pitch on the way. That one upstairs for a ball. throw down and pike back in plenty of time. Action in the bullpen here for Triton. As Hernandez got 2 outs pretty quickly and then has struggled since. Finding the strike zone. Ball 2. Throw behind the runner at first. Gets down the right field line. 1 run's going to come across. Gracie Patrick will come across. And going all the way to third will be Chloe Horton. 2 more come across for Plymouth here in the second. On the throwing error. And it is now 7-0 Plymouth. 2-0 count. And Brenna LaFoon will step back in. Pitch on the way. Showed bunt, pulled it back. Ball 3 to her. And ball 4 to LaFoon here. She'll go to first base.
Coming in the pinch hit, number 2, Kenzie Ganthorn.
And Kenzie Ganthorn will come to the plate now to pinch hit. With runners at the corners as LaFoon draws the walk. Ganthorn will step in. She'll be hitting for Shiana Sellers. Pitch on the way. She shows bunt. Runner goes. LaFoon will be safe at second. Going to try the double steal, and somehow the runner in third gets back. Chloe Horton came off the bag as if she was headed home. Brenna LaFoon will go into second on the stolen base. Catcher Shue threw the ball to the shortstop, which gave Horton enough time to get back to third safely. So runners at second and third now, and a timeout. As Brad Hargrave will go out and talk some defense with his infielders. With 2 out, a 1-0 count here on Ganthorn, pinch hitting for Sellers. We're in the second, 7-0 our score. Plymouth with the lead. Pitch on the way from Hernandez is high for a ball, and boy, Eleanor got the first 2 outs of this inning rather quickly and has just struggled to find anything since then. Pitch on the way, that one stays upstairs. Been high with pretty much everything, just trying to find a way to find that release point. 3-0 count, 2 out. We're in the second inning, 7-0 Plymouth lead. Kenzie Ganthorn pinch hitting here, steps back in. Hernandez ready. Fastball right down the chute for a strike, 3-1. So the pinch hitter Ganthorn with a 3-1 count here. 2 outs in the Plymouth second. Pitch on the way from Hernandez. That one right there for strike 2. So 3-2 count now on the hitter. Ganthorn steps back in, pitch on the way. That one stays upstairs for a ball. And Hernandez fought her way back into the count but couldn't finish it off, and Ganthorn walks.
Now coming to the plate, number 18, Riley Eisman.
Eisman will step in here for the second time in this inning. Pitch on the way to her, stays upstairs for a ball. Bases loaded, 2 strikeouts in the game for Hernandez, but she's now given up 8 walks. That's going to be tough. Pitch, a swing and a miss. And count even at 1 here to Riley Eisman with 2 outs. Struck out her first time up. Stepping back in here with the bases loaded and a 7-0 Plymouth lead. Pitch on the way, that one. Right there on the inside corner for a strike. Goes to 1-2. Riley Eisenman, first baseman, ready to go. Pitch, almost hit her, up and in. 2-2 now with 2 outs in the second inning. Hernandez ready, pitch on the way. That one hit hard down the third base line and a curve foul. Got a lot of it, but fouled it off on that third base side. So Eisenman will come back, get another swing at it. 2-2 count, 7-0 Plymouth lead here in the second. Eisenman ready to go. Pitch on the way. That one stays upstairs for a ball. 3-2. Runners will be going on the pitch. Eisenman steps in, pitch on the way, hit high to the left side. Could be playable. Drifting foul. Got up there, didn't stay up quite long enough for Jada Bulis to get there and put it away. So the foul ball brings everybody back. We'll do it again. 3-2 again with 2 outs. Runners will once again be off with the pitch. And they are, and that one stays up and away. It's ball 4. And Kendall Markham will come to the plate. She started all this off with a walk. Eisenman aboard here. And it's 8-0. Plymouth with 5 here in the second inning. And that's going to be the end of the day here for Hernandez, as Hartgrave going to make a pitching change. And we'll take a break. We'll set it for you when we come back. We are at Plymouth, bottom of the second inning. It is 7-0. Lady Pilgrims will be right back.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that understands you. At First Federal Savings Bank, we offer more than just a place to deposit your paycheck. We're here for you every step of your journey. Need a loan for that new dream home? We've got you covered. Looking to save for the future? Let's make it happen together. From personal banking to business banking, we offer full-service solutions tailored to your needs, online, in person, or over the phone. No matter where you are, we're with you every step of the way. First Federal Savings Bank. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. First Federal Savings Bank is FDIC insured and equal housing lender. NMLS number 399927. Well, we're back at Centennial Park. It's been a weird day. Lightning delay set us back, but it's pitching change here. 7-0 Plymouth, as we are still in the bottom of the second inning. Lady Pilgrims have Kendall Markham at the plate for the second time this inning, and at the mound, pitching change, Mackenzie Singleton comes on for Triton. Singleton, 1 appearance so far, 1-0 on the year, 1.91 ERA. Her only appearance, went 3 2/3 innings. Gave up 2 runs, walked 4, struck out 6 on the year. So she is back on the mound for the second time this year, facing Kendall Markham for the second time this inning. Pitch on the way. Bounces up there for a ball. 2 outs here in the second. Plymouth trying to push a few more across with the bases loaded. That one stays upstairs. And it's ball 2, 2-0. Waiting on deck, top of the order, Ivy Stackhouse. Hoping for a chance to hit here with runners on. Pitches outside for a ball. And it's 3-0. Brent LaFoon at third. Kenzie Ganshorn at second. Riley Eisenman at first for Plymouth. At the plate, Kendall Markham takes ball 4. Another one comes across, making it 9-0. Just 3 Plymouth hits so far. Just
Now approaching the plate,
Triton
number
pitching
1,
having trouble
Ivy
finding the strike
Stackhouse.
zone here after the lightning delay. Stackhouse, left-hander, steps in. 0 for 2 today. Fly out and a ground out. Pitch on the way. That one way upstairs for a ball. Throw down to third. Runner back just in time. Ganshorn dives in. And Stackhouse will step back in. Ivy having a heck of a season so far. Hitting .455 on the year. Swing and a miss on a high pass ball. Strike one makes it 1-1 with 2 outs. And Brian Heyman wants to have a talk with his center fielder. In the second inning, 1-1 count here to Ivy Stackhouse with 2 outs, a 9-0 Plymouth lead. Last time up this inning, Ivy grounded out to the second baseman. She'll step in here. They are playing her to pole. Second baseman over near the first base line, actually, fouled straight back. And there's 2 strikes now on Stackhouse. 1-2 the count. Mackenzie Singleton trying to get out of the jam. Pitch on the way. That one bounces up there for a ball. Goes to 2-2 now. To Stackhouse. Steps back in, ready to go. Singleton ready to go. Pitch on the way. Inside and high for a ball. 3-2 now. Runners will be off again with the pitch with 2 out. Bases are still loaded. Singleton. Pitch on the way. That one stays high, and another one comes across on a walk. 10-0 now. Plymouth 7 runs across with 2 outs in this inning.
Now coming to the plate, number 8.
Triton just struggling to get that last out. Lily Runyon will step in. Officially 1 for 1. Walked her first time, tripled the last time, and scored. On the throwing error, pitch stays high for a ball. 1-0 the count. Runyon, another Plymouth player, having an outstanding year so far. Leads the team in RBIs with 5 now. That pitch going to be a strike on the outside corner. Was hitting .333 coming into the day. A little higher now with the 1 for 1 day. Pitch stays upstairs for a ball. And it is 2-1. Riley Eisenman, the runner at third. Kendall Markham at second. First, Ivy Stackhouse. That one stays upstairs. And it's 3-0, or 3-1, I should say, to Runyon. Plymouth was 7 across already in this inning, scored 3 in the first. They lead it 10-0. We're in the bottom of the second. Pitch on the way. Hit hard to the left side. Gets through. Base hit. 1 run will score. Another run coming to the plate. Throw is in time and going to be out. Kendall Markham thrown out trying to score. And that will end the inning, but not before Plymouth is able to push 8 runs across. We head to the top of the third. Lady Pilgrims lead it 11-0. You're listening to Max 98.3 coverage of softball action here at Plymouth.
When you need quality printing that gets you noticed, Town & Country Printers is your one-stop shop. We specialize in vinyl graphics of all kinds. Bold yard signs, attention-grabbing banners, custom labels and decals made just for you. Need custom t-shirts? We print those too. Plus professional business cards that make the perfect first impression. We print everything but newspapers and money. Whether it's business advertising, special events and outings, fundraisers, sports events, or parties, Town & Country Printers has what you need to make it memorable. Call us today at 574-936-9505.
Back at Centennial Park here in Plymouth. Lady Pilgrims lead at softball action, our opening night of softball here on Max 98.3, 11-0 the score. See what Gracie Patrick is able to do. She was sliding along, having a heck of a day. She's thrown 24 pitches so far. We're in the top of the third, and 16 of those have been for strikes. So 4 strikeouts, 6 straight outs. She's been really good today. And she'll be facing Adeline Bailey, Kristen Aldifer, and Kenzie Shue, first 3 hitters here for Brad Hargrave's Trojans. Taking a couple of tosses, and we're about ready to go here in the bottom of the second. Don't forget, we will be at Newton Park on Thursday. It's Bremen and LaVille boys baseball action for you here on Max 98.3. And then we'll be back here at Plymouth Centennial Park right here in this seat. Probably. They may move me. As Plymouth takes on Glenn in what should be a heck of a battle. Swing and a miss, strike 1 to Bailey. But Glenn will come in for softball action here on Saturday morning. We'll have that one for you. 11-0 to score here. Lady Pilgrims with the lead over Triton. Pitch on the way. That one, swing and a miss again by Bailey. 2 strikes to her. Had a line at the plate for just the 4th time this year. Has yet to get a base hit. Patrick ready to go. Pitch on the way. That one, fastball, throws it right by her for strike 3. 5 strikeouts now for Gracie Patrick.
Now coming to the plate, number 6, left fielder.
And Kristen Aldifer will come to the plate, the left fielder for the Lady Trojans. Beautiful night here. We had a lightning delay earlier, but it's cleared off completely. Swing and a miss on a fastball, strike 1 to Aldifer. Kristen comes in, a 167 hitter on the year. 1 for 6. Pitch on the way. Patrick, fly ball to the right side. It's going to fall in foul territory. Runyon and LaFoon give it a good chase, but can't quite get there. So it's strike 2 with 1 out here in the third. Aldifer trying to get aboard, give Triton a base runner. So they trail it 11-0. Patrick ready, pitch on the way, upstairs, and Aldifer holds off of it for a 1-2 count now with 1 out. Waiting on deck is Kenzie Shue, the catcher. That's a pitch right down the chute for a strike. Strike 3. And coming to the plate will be Kenzie Shue. 6 strikeouts now for Patrick in 3 innings of work.
Number 1, Kenzie Scott. I'm sorry.
Is it Shue? I'm sorry. Thank you.
8 straight for Patrick, and Shue steps in. Pitch on the way. That one up and away for a ball. Kenzie Shue, the catcher today for Triton. Top of the order, Lexi Cobbin waiting on deck. Patrick ready, pitch on the way. That one a swing and a miss. Big cut by Shue. And it's 1-1. 2 out in the Triton third. Gracie Patrick working on a gem. Pitch on the way. That one a swing and a miss again. Big cut by Shue, but couldn't catch up to it. And it's 1-2 now. Patrick gets a pitch she wants. Steps up, ready to go. Pitch on the way. Fastball. Throws it by her again. Strikes out the side here in the third. So strikeout swinging to Shue. 9 straight retired by Gracie Patrick. And Plymouth will come to the plate with 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Lexi Pike, Gracie Patrick, Chloe Horton. Right after this, you're listening to Max 98.3 coverage of softball. It's 11-0 Plymouth over Triton.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little portion. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Back at Plymouth Centennial Park. Softball action here on Max 98.3. 11-0 our score. Plymouth with the lead. They're coming to the plate with the third baseman, Lexi Pike. Gracie Patrick will be scheduled for the second spot here. And then Chloe Horton in the third slot. Looks like we're going to have some pinch hitters on the way as Brian Hammond giving those to the Triton bench as Mackenzie Singleton comes out for her second inning of relief. And our first pinch hitter is going to be who? Looks like Izzy Wagner, maybe? It's going to be Mackenzie Strala taking the at-bat here.
Number 25, Kenty Strala.
So Strala will step in for the first time today against Mackenzie Singleton. Fastball hit down the third base line, foul. And it's 0-1. Waiting on deck is Patrick. Strala hitting here for Lexi Pike, the third baseman. Strala ready, pitch outside corner for a strike by Singleton, and it's 0-2. Throw back to the mound, gets away. Singleton will run it down. As I said, the Plymouth boys playing Rochester just off the left field side here. Underway. Pitch from Singleton taken by Strala for strike three, right on that inside corner. So one out. Gracie Patrick will step in, officially 1 for 1 today. Doubled her first time, walked her last time. Comes up with the bases empty and one out here in the third. Plymouth with just 4 hits. The problem has been finding the plate for Triton pitching. Pitch is high for a ball. Hernandez started out strong, and then after that lightning delay, just seemed to not be able to find it again. Singleton came on, got out of the inning, and now throws a strike to Patrick. She's 1-1 on her with 1 out. Looks like we'll have another pinch hitter with the next batter as well. Pitch on the way. That one fouled back. Out of play. 1-2 now with 1 out. Patrick trying to get aboard. Steps back in. Singleton ready to go. Pitch on the way. Fastball fouled off to the first base side, out of play. And it'll stay 1-2. In the bottom of the third, Plymouth with an 11-0 lead over Triton. Pitch on the way from Singleton. That one way upstairs. Gets away. And it goes to 2-2. Patrick having a heck of a start. That one bounces up there. It'll go full. Coming into today was hitting 300. Couple of doubles. She added to that total with 3 doubles now. A couple of RBIs as well. She had 3 coming into today. Steps back in. 1-1 count. Pitch. Outside for a ball. And she's aboard on a walk. Another pinch hitter coming to the plate. Chloe Horton will stay in as J.C. Merritt will come out. Merritt, right-handed hitter. Steps in, swings and a miss. Strike one. Chased one up and away there. As far as I can tell, this is Merritt's first varsity at bat this year. That pitch bounces up there on the pitch. Patrick was off stealing. She'll go all the way to third. Throws. Thrown out into left field, and now Patrick will come all the way around to score. So the pitch got away. Patrick was already off for the steal at second. Didn't even slow down. Went to third and came on home on the throwing error. So Barrett now steps in with a 1-1 count. Bases empty. Pitch hit to the shortstop. Going to jump in front. Third baseman Bulis with a nice play. Stepped in front of Kaufman and throws it out. First base. 2 outs now. Good play by Bulis. That's the rule. Third baseman takes everything they can get. So Brenna Laffoon will stay in for this at bat, and Izzy Wagner will step in for the pinch. Pitch on the way. That one upstairs for a ball. We'll have to set the lineup for you when we take a look and see who's where on the defense. A lot of these girls may just come back on the re-entry, but we'll have to wait and see. 12-0 here, Plymouth in the third. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Wagner. 1-1 count. 12 runs, 4 hits for Plymouth. Pitch on the way. That one way upstairs. Gets away all the way back to the screen. 2-1 the count with 2 outs. Bottom of the third. Plymouth has pushed one across here. Nobody on. Izzy Wagner taking a turn at bat. Pitch hitter. Pitch on the way. That one bounces inside for a ball. It's going to be 3-1 now on Wagner. Beautiful evening here. Centennial Park. Pitch on the way. Fastball just a little bit up. And that'll be ball 4. So Wagner will get a board on the walk. And now Kenzie Ganshorn will come out.
With 2 outs, coming to the plate, number 2.
Ganshorn walked her last time up. Came on as a pinch hitter. Stayed in the game. She'll get her second at bat here in the third with a 12-0 Plymouth lead. Runner at first is Izzy Wagner. Singleton ready. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Kenzie Ganshorn. Riley Eisenman is scheduled to be the next hitter. Pitch on the way. That one stays upstairs for... Well, they're going to call it a strike. So Ganshorn will step back in now with an 0-2. 2 outs. Pitch on the way. Fastball hits her. Fastball came in on the inner half, and Kenzie Ganshorn just stands there and takes the pitch.
Number 19, Kylie Waldrop.
Now coming to the plate will be Kylie Waldrop to pinch hit for Eisenman. Waldrop steps in, runners at first and second. She gets hit by the pitch. So back-to-back hit by pitches, and the bases are loaded, and Kendall Markham will come back to the plate. He's walked twice. No official at-bats yet in this game. Bases are loaded again here with 2 outs.
Number 12.
Plymouth pushed 8 across in the last half with 2 outs. We'll see what they can do here with 2. Ivy Stackhouse waiting on deck. She's next scheduled hitter. Pitch on the way. That one bounces up there. Shue with a nice job keeping it in front. And it's 1-0 to the catcher, Markham. Pitch on the way. That one bounces up there. 2-0 as Markham looking for something to hit. Good pitchers or good hitters count here. 2-0. Kendall ready to go. Singleton with a pitch on the way. That one way high. And it's 3-0 to Markham. 2 out here in the third. 12-0 Plymouth lead. Pitch on the way from Singleton. That one upstairs, and it's ball 4. Another one will come across. Izzy Wagner able to stroll across the plate. Now it's 13-0 Plymouth with 2 outs. Ivy Stackhouse steps in. Officially 0 for 2. A fly out, a ground out, and a walk. That one upstairs for a ball. Kind of the story of the game here. 42 pitches by Singleton. 27 of those have been balls. So Triton struggling to find the plate, and Ivy Stackhouse finds the first base line. Boy, that just foul. That was headed for the corner and just foul. That would have cleared him easily. Probably could have brought Stackhouse home to score. It was hit right down into that corner on the right field side. 13-0 our score right now. 2 outs, 1-1 count. Ivy Stackhouse, pitch on the way. Swinging a foul ball back. And it's 1-2 to the Plymouth center fielder. Wouldn't be surprised to see her get some time on the mound here eventually before the night's over. Pitch on the way from Singleton. Hit hard down the first base line. It is fair. Stackhouse will round first, headed for second. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score, and Plymouth now leads it 15-0. 2 out double right down the first base line. Scores 2. And Lily Runyon will come to the plate with a chance to add to her RBI total. She is 2 for 2 today. Triple and a single, and we've got a call of the runner steps off third, so they are out. And so that will end the inning, but not before Plymouth pushes 4 more across. And they lead it 15-0 as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Be right back. You're listening to Max 98.3 coverage of softball action. Pilgrims lead it 15-0 over Triton. We'll be right back.
McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
Johnson Danielson Funeral Home has proudly served the Plymouth community since 1879. Today, our dedicated team continues a tradition of compassionate care supporting families throughout Marshall County. Whether you're planning ahead or honoring a loved one, Johnson Danielson offers a range of personalized options from burial and cremation packages to flexible pre-planning solutions and helpful planning checklists. This is Jamie Beckwith. Our experienced and caring staff are available for you 24 hours a day, ready to guide you every step of the way. Simply call 574-936-2829. To learn more about our services, visit johnson-danielson.com. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home, service beyond the expectation.
Back at Centennial Park in Plymouth, Rusty Dixon with you. Softball action here on Max 98.3. 15-0 our score. Plymouth out in front as we head to the Triton half of number 4. They'll send the top of the order, Lexi Kaufman, Jada Bulis, and Clara Dahl to the plate to face Gracie Patrick, who has been very, very good today. Patrick ready to go. Pitch on the way. Fastball up and away for a ball. Patrick with 6 strikeouts so far. Have retired 9 straight batters. So we head to the 4th. Kaufman steps in as a strikeout victim in that first inning. And Patrick ready. Pitch on the way. Fastball popped in the air to the right side. It'll get out of here foul. And it's 1-1 now. Gracie Patrick trying to keep this going. Kaufman, on the other hand, comes in a 300 hitter on the year so far. So he said 0 for 1 today. Trying to get aboard this time. Pitch on the way. Fastball right there for a strike. Right on the outside corner. And it's 1-2. Nobody out in the Triton half of number 4. Patrick wheels, fires, base hit to right field. Kaufman, nice job of hitting, just squared it up, took it to the right, and she'll stay at first as the throw gets away. Pike able to corral it, but first base hit.
Number 20, Jada.
For Triton. As Kaufman breaks up the no-hitter here in the 4th. And Patrick now to work on Jada Bulis, the third baseman. Pitch on the way. Patrick fouled down the first base side. Strike 1. Gracie Patrick ready to go. Pitch on the way. That one swing and a miss. Strike 2 here to Bulis. Oh, 0-2 pitch on the way. Fastball right there on the inside corner. Strike 3. And Bulis is out looking. Runner at first. Kaufman will hold as Clara Dahl comes to the plate.
Now coming to the plate, number 5, Clara Dahl.
Dahl steps in. Center fielder, pitch on the way. Hits that to the third base side. Gets through the third baseman Pike, and Chloe Horton with the dive. Can't keep it in, so base hit. We'll put a second runner aboard. And now, with 1 out.
Now coming to bat, number 19, Caitlin Frick.
Triton threatening here in the top of the 4th. 2 hits here, runners at first and second now, and coming to the plate, Caitlin Frick. Right-handed hitter, pitch on the way. Fastball hit high in the air to right. Right fielder Ganshorn drifts under it, puts it away. And there are 2 outs. Frick gave it a ride, but not quite enough as Ganshorn was able to drift under it, put it away. And out number 2 leaves both men on first and second.
9, Annabelle Fleener.
And Fleener will step in. Annabelle 0 for 1, a strikeout victim her first time. Steps in here in the 4th with 2 outs, runners at first and second. Pitch on the way from Patrick. Fastball swings through it for strike 1. Fleener, right-hander, right fielder. Patrick steps in, ready to go. Lights on here as the evening descends on Centennial Park. Swing and a miss, strike 2 to Fleener. Abigail came into this game a 167 hitter, but had 3 RBIs on the year. Trying to pick up another one here. As 2 aboard, 2 out, 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Fleener is out swinging, and that will end the 4th for Triton. So we will go to the Bottom half of number 4, Plymouth holding a 15-0 lead.
Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana. Serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer.
Back at Centennial Park in Plymouth, Rusty Nixon with you. Softball action on Max 98.3, 15-0 our score. Inning number 4, Plymouth leads Triton. And Mackenzie Singleton comes out. Inning number 2 in relief of Hernandez. She'll face Lily Runyon, scheduled hitter, followed by Lexi Pike and Gracie Patrick. And Gracie Patrick has been something so far today. On the mound, as she has struck out 9 in her 4 innings of work. 2 hits, stranded both of those runners last inning. And Lily Runyon will step in, batting from the left side this time. Showed bunt, pulls it back, it's ball 1. Runyon having a day, 2 for 2, a walk, a triple, and a single. Couple of RBIs on the way. Steps in, ready to go. Pitch on the way, bunts it again. This time right at the mound, off the glove of Singleton. Picked up by Bulis, but not before Runyon can beat that one out at first. So, not sure what they'll call that. You could give an error to Singleton, but Runyon very quick. Would have had a tough time getting her at first anyway. So stepping in now is Pike. She'll hit a grounder to short. Throw to second, and not in time. Kaufman went for the short route to Adeline Bailey and just didn't get it there in time. So now runners at first and second on the fielder's choice.
Number 5, Gracie Patrick.
And Gracie Patrick will come to the plate. Patrick having a day at the plate as well. That one hit high in the air to the third base side. Going to get out of here foul. Patrick, a double and a pair of walks today. Down in the count here, 0-1. Runners at first and second. $15-0 Plymouth lead, bottom of the 4th. Singleton pitch on the way, swing and a miss by Patrick. Pulled the string on that one, had Gracie way out in front of it. And it's 0-2, nobody out here in the Plymouth 4th. They lead at 15-0. They've got 15 runs on 5 hits. Pitch on the way, up in the air to center. That's going to be tough. Center fielder comes in, Dahl with a nice running catch. And there's one out. It's one of those little loopers out into center, and Dahl got a good jump on it. Ran under it, just into the outfield grass. The runners will hold. And Chloe Horton will come to the plate. Horton shows bunt, bunts it down at third base line, foul. Chloe, a strikeout and a walk here so far today, 0 for 1 officially. Runners at first and second here in the Plymouth 4th with 1 out. Kenzie Singleton. Bunt. by Horton. Picked up by Singleton. Throw to first and is just in time. Just barely beat Horton running down the line. So the sacrifice bunt will move runners to second and third. And now coming to the plate,
Number 16, Brenna Laffoon.
Brenna Laffoon will step in. She'll bunt out in front of the plate. Throw to first isn't going to even be close. Laffoon very quick. She showed bunt every time tonight. And she'll be aboard with a hit and a runner at third. Runyon comes across to score. So Brenna Laffoon able to pick up a base hit on the bunt right back to the mound and gets the RBI. Runners at the corners now with 2 outs, I should say. Pitch on the way, shows bunt again. Ball gets away from the catcher, back to the screen. Coming across to score is Pike. Laffoon moves to second. Now a ball gets past the pitcher at the plate, and she'll move on to third. So Pike scores on the pass ball. And then moving to third on the same pass ball as Laffoon. Heads up base running there. And so it is 17-0. Pitch on the way. Ganshorn shows bunt again, and it's 2-0. "17 runs, 6 hits for Plymouth. They have not made an error. Very cleanly played game for the Lady Pilgrims. Pitch on the way, shows bunt again. That one gets away from the catcher. Laffoon going to come across easily and score the 18th Plymouth run. And make it 3-0 here on Kenzie Ganshorn. So the bases are unloaded now. No runners on. 3-0 count, 2 outs, 18-0 Plymouth lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Squares the bunt again, back to the screen, and it's ball 4. Ganshorn will be aboard. Kylie Waldrop, the scheduled hitter, and that's who will come on to hit. Took over at first base.
Number 19, Kylie Waldrop.
About an inning ago, came into a pinch run for Eisenman and then just stayed in the game. So she'll hit in that spot in the order, the number 8 spot. And runner at first is Ganshorn. So Waldrop ready to go. Singleton pitch. That one just a bit high for a ball. In the bottom of the fourth, Plymouth 3 runs across here, now have 18. That one slides down the first base line, stays fair. Waldrop going to head into second base. Throw comes behind her, and she'll be safe there. And moving up to third is Kenzie Ganshorn, so a double for Waldrop down the first base line. And now runners at second and third, and Kendall Markham will come to the plate again. She's walked 3 times in this game. She'll step in with runners at second and third and 2 out. Pitch on the way, that one upstairs for a ball. Markham, the catcher today, steps back in. Pitch on the way, that one bounces up there for ball 2. Mackenzie Singleton came on in relief of Ganshorn. Oh, it's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Yes, came on in relief of Eleanor Hernandez. There's a shot down the third baseline, going to stay fair. And Markham will stop at first. 2 runs will come across, and it's 20-0. So 2 out single for Kendall Markham. Will plate 2 more. And bring to the plate Ivy Stackhouse. Markham at first base.
Ivy Stackhouse.
20-0 Plymouth, 2 outs here in the fourth. And Markham will walk off first, and that will end the 4th inning. As she leaves the base early, it's out number 3. So we head to the top of the 5th. Plymouth holding a 20-0 lead. We'll be right back. You're listening to Max 98.3 coverage of softball action.
McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning-fast speeds, equal upload and download with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
Back at Centennial Park, Rusty Nixon with you. 20-0 our score as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Gracie Patrick will be back out there trying to finish this one off. She has been masterful. 9 strikeouts so far today, giving up just 2 hits. Both of those were an inning ago, and has not walked a hitter. So a heck of a performance so far from Gracie Patrick, trying to close this out with a 20-0 lead. Pitch on the way, up high for a ball. As coming to the plate for the first time is Mackenzie Singleton. Came on in relief. Eleanor Hernandez on the mound back in the 3rd, and has been out there ever since. Pitch on the way from Patrick. That one a swing and a miss. Chased a fastball up, and it's 1-1. Plymouth has not made an error so far today either, but be hard to do with Patrick completely controlling this game. She's thrown just 49 pitches. There's a pitch low for a ball. So make that 50 pitches. 37 of those for strikes. So she's been right around the plate with pretty much everything so far today. And it shows. Just 2 hits, 9 strikeouts. Pitch on the way, and a ground ball to first. Going to be smothered out there by Kylie Waldrop. She'll just step on the bag, and that will do it for out number 1.
Now coming to the plate, number 13, Adeline Bailey.
So Adeline Bailey will come to the plate. Struck out her first time, trying to get aboard here. Second baseman for Triton. Pitch on the way, swinging a foul straight back. Strike 1. Kristen Aldifer on deck, hoping for a chance to swing the bat here in the 5th. Fifth inning, 20-0 Plymouth. Triton down to their last 2 outs. Bailey ready to go. Pitch on the way. That one stays high for a ball. Going to need a bunch if they want to keep this one alive. And Gracie Patrick not showing any signs of giving an inch. Been very good today. That one inside for a ball. 2-1 the count. As we said, Thursday night we'll be at Newton Park. Bremen takes on LaVille. We'll have that one for you. 5 o'clock pregame, 5:30 first pitch. And then Saturday, be right back here in this very ballpark. As Plymouth takes on Glenn in softball action. That one stays high for a ball. It's a rematch of last year's sectional final. Glenn had a heck of a run in the tournament. They return almost everybody. So that should be a heck of a battle come Saturday morning. Pitch on the way. That one right down the pipe for strike 2. 3-2 count now with 1 out. Top of the 5th. Plymouth with the lead. 20-0. Patrick ready. Pitch on the way. That one hit to the shortstop. Just gets past Chloe Orton. Orton made a stab for it. couldn't put it away, so a base hit into left. Just the third
Now coming to the plate,
hit
number 6, Kristen Alderfer.
for Triton today. Kristen Alderfer will come to the plate. Left fielder, she struck out her last time up. Trying to move this runner. Pitch on the way. That's a strike right there in the outside corner. 0-1 to Alderfer. Waiting on deck, Kenzie Shue hoping for a shot. There's a pop-up to the first base side. Spins out of play. Get a stick and beat it. It's alive. One of those spinners that you're really happy when those go foul because you have no idea where they're going. Strike two, 0-2 the count, 1 out here. 5th inning, Gracie Patrick trying to close out a gem. 3 hits, 9 strikeouts. That one bounces up there for a ball. 1-2 now. Just 3 base runners for Triton tonight. 2 singles in the last inning, a single here by Bailey. Alderfer trying to get another one. Swinging a ground ball to third. Pike to second for 1 run. You can't hold it. Went through her glove. So an error will put Bailey at second base, and 2 runners aboard here in the 5th. Pike smothered a spinner down there at third base and went to second for the short out, and that's the first Plymouth errors. First pitch here for a strike. 0-1 to Kenzie Shue. Shue, the Triton catcher, trying to keep this going in the 5th. Runners at first and second. Pitch on the way, that one. It's a little bit up and away. Ball. 1-1. 1 out in the 5th. A 20-0 Plymouth lead. Beautiful night here at Centennial Park. The sun's starting to set over here to the west. Pitch on the way. That one up and away for a ball. Music of sirens off in the distance. 2-1 count here, 1 out. We're in the 5th. Patrick ready, pitch on the way. That one swing and a miss. Pulled the string a little bit. Had Shue out in front of it. And it goes to 2-2 now with 1 out. Patrick ready to go. Pitch on the way. Fastball right there for strike 3. Shue couldn't pull the trigger. And so that's strikeout number 10.
Number 2.
Runners will hold up at first and second. Lexi Kaufman comes up. She had the first Triton single an inning ago. She'll step back in here with runners at first and second. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Kaufman out in front of that one a little bit. Strike 1. Kaufman a strikeout victim in the first. Singled her second time up. Trying to get aboard here with 2 still on, with 2 out. Pitch, swing, and a foul out of play down the first base side. 0-2. Triton down to their last strike here. Gracie Patrick trying to put the finish to an outstanding performance on the mound. Gets a sign, ready to go. Wind up the pitch, high and away for a ball. 1-2 the count. Patrick ready, pitch on the way. Fastball hit high in the air. Could be playable. Horton underneath it, puts it away. And that'll do it. So a pop out to Chloe Horton at short will end it. And an outstanding performance here by Gracie Patrick as she throws a 3-hit shutout, struck out 10, did not walk a hitter. 70 pitches thrown, 50 of those for strikes. Just an outstanding performance by the Plymouth right-hander. We'll take a break. We'll come back with our postgame. You're listening to Max 98.3 coverage of softball action. Plymouth with a win here against Triton by a final of 20-0. We'll be right back.
Johnson Danielson Funeral Home has proudly served the Plymouth community since 1879. Today, our dedicated team continues a tradition of compassionate care supporting families throughout Marshall County. Whether you're planning ahead or honoring a loved one, Johnson Danielson offers a range of personalized options, from burial and cremation packages to flexible pre-planning solutions and helpful planning checklists. This is Jamie Beckwith. Our experienced and caring staff are available for you 24 hours a day, ready to guide you every step of the way. Simply call 574-936-2829. To learn more about our services, visit johnson-danielson.com. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home, service beyond the expectation.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today. McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
Who do I perform for? I perform for all the awesome composers whose music deserves to be heard.
I perform for all the stagehands who make sure I never miss a cue.
I perform for our high school choir director, who taught me to breathe from the diaphragm and sing from the heart.
Speech, debate, theater, music. The performing arts teach valuable life lessons that typically aren't taught in the classroom. They help high school students learn leadership skills that prepare them to enjoy more satisfying, productive lives.
I perform for Mrs. Evans, my high school debate coach, who has helped me become more confident than I ever dreamed possible.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high school in your community.
Hey, I got a question for you. Who will you perform for?
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
Well, we're back at Centennial Park. Rusty Nixon with the softball action. We watched Plymouth take a 20-0 win over Triton tonight. Game number 1 of softball coverage here for Max 98.3. Don't forget, we'll be back right here on Saturday as the Lady Pilgrims will take on John Glenn. That'll be a battle as Falcons come to town, defending sectional champion, rematch of last year's sectional final. So we'll have that for you on Saturday morning starting about 10 o'clock. And then don't forget, Thursday night, we'll be at Newton Park where the Bremen Lions will take on LaVille. Boys baseball action there. And here, our final again was 20-0. Plymouth with the win. We got to come up with a player of the game. That's not very hard to do, actually. Gracie Patrick gets a complete game win. She struck out 10 in 5 innings of work, gave up just 3 hits, didn't walk a hitter, 50 strikes and 70 pitches thrown. If he can, yeah. Just 70 pitches. So what a great game for her on the mound. Also was 3 for 4 at the plate, a double and a couple of RBIs. So our player of the game here tonight in our opening night of softball coverage on Max 98.3 is Gracie Patrick, doing it both at the plate and on the mound. Take a break. We're going to hopefully have a chance to talk with Brian Hammond, the head coach of the Lady Pilgrims, right after this. You're listening to the postgame show. Our final once again, Plymouth 20 and Triton nothing. We'll be right back.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little portion. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that understands you. At First Federal Savings Bank, we offer more than just a place to deposit your paycheck. We're here for you every step of your journey. Need a loan for that new dream home? We've got you covered. Looking to save for the future? Let's make it happen together. From personal banking to business banking, we offer full-service solutions tailored to your needs, online, in person, or over the phone. No matter where you are, we're with you every step of the way. First Federal Savings Bank. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. First Federal Savings Bank is FDIC insured and equal housing lender. NMLS number 399927. And we're back here at Plymouth High School, or Centennial Park, and Brian Hammond joins me. Man, you got 20 runs. You might want to be saving some of those for another day. What a great job at the plate.
Yeah, we were real patient early in the game, and they made the pitching change. But then, some girls executed some nice stuff at the plate, some nice bunts. I don't think Brenna LaFoon can place it like that all the time. No one's getting her out. So, Ivy got a hit there. She was kind of struggling tonight. And then, some of our bigger hitters definitely. Lily Runyon, 3 for 3 with a walk.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, she had a couple RBIs, too, in that
Yes.
game. So, she's off to a really great start. But, it wasn't any doubt our player of the game, Gracie Patrick. What a job, not just at the plate, but on the mound. What a performance.
Yeah, a lot of strikeouts early. They did get a couple of good hits on it, but didn't rattle her, came back, finished the job. So that's what we want to get out of her. That was the game plan tonight, to let her go. Hopefully she was cruising. We wanted her to try to get that no-hitter because that's a special thing for a pitcher. So, but yeah, no, great job. I don't think we had a pass ball either. So Kendall doing her job behind the plate. So
I only had you for one error on the day. It was a really cleanly played game.
We did. I think we just got a little lax there in that last inning, and Lily just kind of let us get. But and even on some of their hits, seeing Chloe Horton getting dirty and our outfielders doing the backup job that they should do. So yeah, that was a clean game. And then execution at the plate was great again. So
I was going to say too. You're going to need that coming up. We're going to be here again Saturday. Glenn comes to town, and they have everybody back. It's a rematch of last year's sectional final.
Yeah, they do. They have everybody back, but Tim in the circle. But their 2 freshman pitchers are pitching well, and they're showing that they can still swing the bat. So yeah, we're going to have to execute well in the circle and get the job done, get some strikeouts, and then play those routine plays like we talked about.
Well, man, enjoy it. We'll see you again on Saturday.
All right, thank you.
That is Brian Hammond, the head coach of the Plymouth Lady Pilgrims, and that's going to do it for us here from Centennial Park. Our final once again, Plymouth 20 and Triton nothing. And a couple of programming notes. Once again, Thursday, we will be at Newton Park. It's Bremen against LaVille, boys baseball action. And then Saturday, we'll be right back here at Plymouth. It's going to be Plymouth against John Glenn in softball action. So big week this week for us here in Max 98.3. Thanks for listening, and have yourselves a great evening.
Tonight's game brought to you by Coca-Cola, Hoosier Tire, Marion's University Ancilla College, First Federal Bank, Big B Coffee, McDonald's, Absolute Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Bourbon Street Pizza, Culver Portside Marina, Marshall County REMC, the Pilot News Group, Marshall County Fiber, Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. Don't forget to visit us online at sportsthemax.net, on Facebook, and on the web.